How's it going? I'm Dan Shepler with Douglas Outdoors. Today we're going to be talking about fly fishing tips for spring trout. One of the first tips I'd like to go over is rod selection. It's important to pick a multi-purpose rod this time of year. It's pretty common to throw streamers in the morning and then move to dry fly fishing in the afternoon as the water temperatures heat up and the bugs start coming off. Today I'm fishing with the Upstream Plus. I've got a 9-foot 5-weight. This rod is perfect for throwing streamers, indicator fishing, and dry flies. It excels at delicate presentations, but can also handle smaller streamers as well. One of the tips I have for springtime trout fishing is carrying an extra spool of sinking line. And then if I want to go throw an indicator or throw a dry fly, I'll just simply switch the reel out or the spool out with a floating line. The importance of switching, and being versatile is you're going to be able to catch more fish. If you're stuck to one different technique, you're going to limit your options on the water. Some of the best streamer conditions of the year are found in the spring when the river is high and off color and the fish are starting to get aggressive. If there's not any bug activity on the water or anything that's noticeably happening, streamers are usually my go-to to start this time of year. The fish, their metabolism is picking up and they're getting a little more aggressive and chasey. When fishing a streamer, I like to fish it at a downstream angle, quartering towards the far bank, casting it across, letting it swing and giving it little twitches to kind of give it a little movement. This time of the year, the fish are not full summer mode where they're going to chase the fly all the way across the river. Really concentrating on slowing the fly down, getting it in their zone is going to help a lot. I recommend trying to get out on days where it's cloudy or rainy. Focusing your efforts on rainy and cloudy days give you the advantage of being able to fish all day long from dawn till dusk, whereas on sunny days you might find windows of activity throughout the day. In the springtime, as the water starts to warm up, I like to try and focus my efforts on days that are warmer. Even a couple degrees in water temperature can make a big difference in the fish's activity. So if I'm going to spend a day fishing, I'm going to try and fish it on the warmest day possible. It's also really important to cover water this time of year. You'll find pockets of fish where they're really active and then sections of river where it seems like it's dead. So really cover water, focus on hitting the bank, structure nice slow pools, and that'll help you find success. One thing that's really common this time of year in the evening on warm days is hatches to start. This is when I like to bust out the floating line and the spare spool that I talked about earlier and switch to a dry fly setup. One recommendation I would have, depending on the river system you're fishing, is visiting your local fly shop to figure out exactly what hatches will be coming off in the spring. That way you're set up for success when you're on the water. This time of year, it's pretty common to have high water with all the rain. One resource I like to utilize is the USGS water data. You can visit their website and you can search by state, region, and then the specific river system that you're going to want to fish. And it provides accurate, up-to-date data on the flows of the river. If you can't find the specific river system you're trying to fish on USGS, I recommend finding a similar river in the area that might kind of mimic what that river is, similar flows, that kind of thing. Typically, if one of the rivers is rising in the area, they're all going to be rising. In high water, fish tend to move around a little bit. So whereas you would find them against the far bank in the deeper water, they might move to the inside shallow water, especially if there's structure there. It gives them an opportunity to ambush prey as it's coming down, as well as they don't have to work as hard in the current. A tip on rising waters is the rain washes a lot of other bugs and worms into the system, and the fish really start feeding heavily. So a rising river is a great time to get out in the water and throw some streamers. So if you are watching the flows on your river system on USGS and you see that they're starting to rise, or if you see rain in the forecast, I would try and target it as the river is rising. Thank you for watching these tips. I hope they help you succeed on the river. Best of luck to you this season, and feel free to check us out on DouglasOutdoors.com.